Okay, so I'm gonna try my best to illustrate my feelings about this episode with a comparison. So imagine that you have a friend that you haven't seen in a very long time, years, right? You haven't seen him in ages, and then all of a sudden you hit him up, and he's like, "Hey man, can I just we haven't seen each other. Can we catch up? Can I go to your house?" And you're like, "Yeah, cool. Yeah, let's spend some time together. Haven't seen you in a while." So that friend to me is 17. All right, because I haven't seen him in a while. This is his return to the anime, his reintroduction into the series, and it's an exciting moment. It's an exciting moment for the character of 17. So my friend comes into my house, and we're chilling. We're talking about old times, and it's good. It's good interaction, all good times. And then all of a sudden, part of my roof of my house just collapses, and it just falls in front of me. I'm like, holy what just happened here? Like my roof just fell down. Not the whole roof, all right? Just a chunk of it. Just a chunk that is big enough to be like, okay, maybe I should fix that sooner rather than later, but not big enough to the point where I'm like, yeah, I can't enjoy this conversation with my friend. My friend has got to leave. Okay, this is just gonna like follow me all day. No. Just to be clear, the return of this hypothetical friend is basically how I feel about 17 coming back, and this hole in the roof is how I feel about Goku going Super Saiyan Blue in the fight, the way that he did. Especially after the whole Krillin mess. It's like everything before that point was absolutely phenomenal. Like you had the setting, pre-established there with the animals. You had the sunset in the background. The lighting was great. The animation was fluid as hell. Just very basic, hand-to-hand combat. Then it kind of escalates. 17, like those uppercuts that he was doing, they looked great. But then all of a sudden, all right, they go to cloud level, and I'm staring at Goku thinking like, oh no. Oh no! The moment 17 notices this, he says something like, oh, you can transform this way as well. And Goku replies by saying, and again, these are the official subs. He says, to be honest, I actually didn't intend to. I wasn't intending on doing this. I'm like, wow, did he really, really push you to go Super Saiyan Blue? I mean, is Goku trolling him or something? Like, what's going on? Like, why? Why? You have Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3 in reserve, all right? 17... Yes, he's gotten stronger, and I will give the episode credit for that, in that it does try to defend like these gains, but then again, see, here's the thing, man. So 17 tanks a blue Kamehameha, all right, and before that, Goku tells him, there are no animals here in the sky. You can go all out. So that's fine. That to me is fine. If 17 is going all out. But then by the end of the fight, both of them admit that they were both holding back. And look, all right, let's not even look at it from Goku's perspective. All right, let's look at it from 17's perspective. The episode just confirmed, and these are the official subtitles, all right? The episode just pretty much confirmed that 17 holding back was capable of tanking a blue Kamehameha. That thing alone in this episode, okay, I don't care how you slice it, that is a huge leap from being absorbed by imperfect Cell, all right, which is exactly what happened to him. I mean, think about the distance in terms of how much he's actually gotten stronger so that he can do this. And the other side of the equation is the problem with this is that eventually, if Goku keeps spamming, if he goes around recruiting all of these members and he keeps spamming the Super Saiyan Blue mode, that you run the risk of turning Super Saiyan Blue into something that doesn't really mean anything anymore. And here's another thing, all right? So before 17's introduction, before this episode, technically, if you looked at the roster, if you looked at the lineup for the top 10 fighters who are going to participate in the tournament, in theory, all right, or given what we know, the only character in that lineup up until this point, the only character who should be able to go toe-to-toe with Goku the way that 17 did in this episode is Vegeta. We know Gohan's going to improve later down the road, but he needs to train, all right? So, yeah, like, it's Vegeta. And so I guess my question here is, do you think this episode is kind of implying that 17 is now, like, near or around Vegeta level now at this point? I think that's a legitimate question. So do you think that, yes or no? with no God Key absorption of any kind that we know of. Do you think that's feasible? Because I'm not gonna lie, if the answer happened to be yes, there is a part of me that would fanboy. There's a part of me that would think that that would be badass. I want it to make more sense, from a narrative standpoint. I want it to make more sense. But a part of me would just be really, really, really excited if that were the case. And to be honest, it's really just going to come down to whatever these guys, these recruits, whatever they pull off in the actual tournament. Because right now it's getting a little bit messy. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like that it's getting a little bit messy, just because there's more room to discuss stuff. But at the same time, it's kind of like, it can get very heated. So that's, you just have to find a balance. So with that said, it's important to look at like a lot of the stuff that this episode kind of gave us. I liked the scene at the lookout. I thought that was really cool. How Dende, actually, the thing that I liked the most was that they acknowledged the existence of Oob. I thought that was really nice, and Goku's like immediately wants to recruit him, and is like, no, he's just a kid, like leave him alone. That's why you have to win the tournament, so that the universe doesn't get destroyed. So yeah, just a good throwback to Oob in this case, and it's nice. It's just thank you for connecting it. The interaction between Goku and 17 I thought was awesome. We learned more about what 17 has been up to. He's a park ranger. In fact, he's in charge of protecting the entire island. And he has a pretty good salary, which is why Goku wasn't able to convince him to join the tournament based off of monetary compensation. And it was kind of weird when, I think this is the first time that Goku was actually told the consequences to somebody that's not Gohan. And 17's like, well, if that's gonna happen, if we're all gonna be wiped out, then I guess it can't be helped. Which and the thing that makes it weird is that he's very concerned about the animals and protecting the island. He was fighting these poachers in the beginning, like Goku and him were like, he was tanking bazooka shots and like grabbing bullets and just destroying tanks and shit. But yeah, so he doesn't care about the universe being destroyed, but he cares about the animals. It's like, hey, if the universe gets wiped out, so do the animals. So why would the poachers even matter? Because Goku even offers to give the job to Trunks and Goten while 17 leaves to fight the tournament. And he's like, nope, I don't care. But he does care about poachers. And he also has, a wife and 3 kids. 2 of them are adopted. But I guess his family isn't really that big of an incentive for him to, go into the tournament either. So again, it's a little bit strange. And I kind of get the feeling I know where this is headed in terms of the story. So by the end, we get this spaceship of some galactic poachers coming in. I'm pretty sure they're from Universe 11, just because of the way the spaceship reminded me of the ship that we saw in last week's episode. So what I'm thinking is going to happen is that they're going to fight these guys. 17 is going to be pissed, and it's like all these galactic poachers, like they want to, take care of the Minotaur. They want to take it away for its horns or whatever. And then Goku's going to be like, oh, these guys are from another universe. So if you join the tournament, you can kick their ass, and you'll be protecting the wildlife on Earth that way. And that'll be an incentive for 17 to be like, yep, sign me up. I don't know. That's just like a very basic observation that I made. But you let me know. Another thing that really stood out to me, and I have to just give credit for it because, usually it's hit or miss with Dragon Ball Super, but in this episode, the animation I thought was really, really good. Just from the beginning of the episode, I noticed something was different with it, and it's the quality of it. So again, this episode had a lot of really good elements to it. It's just the thing with Goku going Super Saiyan Blue. It's like it creates a lot of noise, and I'm not sure that it's necessary at this point. Especially because you still have to recruit. You still have to go to Roshi. You still have to recruit Tenshin Han. So it's kind of like just calm it down a little bit. Like please, you don't need this. I mean, you're gonna need the mode in the tournament. That's for sure against Jiren. Oh, you bet your ass, but. As a recruitment tool to scout like these recruits, I don't think you need that, Goku. I'm not even talking to Goku. I'm talking to the people in charge of the show. I really don't think Goku needs to go Super Saiyan Blue to recruit these people. That's just my opinion, though. Again, I think it just creates a lot of noise. That's it for me. Again, like overall, I thought this was a very, very enjoyable episode. I thought it was better than last week's, to be honest. Please let me know your thoughts about this episode down below in the comments section. Like the video if you liked it and appreciated this. And subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Because I do Dragon Ball Super reviews every Saturday night. And if you don't want to subscribe, that's fine too. I can't force you, but I think you should. Thank you guys. Catch you later.